and welcome back. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Chris. I'm a tattoo artist and fine artist living in Johannesburg, South Africa. Today we're going to be talking about original designs and why there is value in paying for original or custom designs. On my TikTok recently, there has been a lot of talk about the value of paying for designs versus what is perceived as stealing or recreating designs from other artists or from image sharing platforms such as Pinterest. Today we're going to discuss why I am constantly harping on original designs and their benefits. Let's begin by discussing why an artist charges for custom designs or for custom art at all. It is fundamentally important that we understand that artists are not people who are born with talent. Artists are people who have a passion for art making, who have pursued that passion for years and years and years. Every artist, your tattoo artist included, has spent hours on every design that they've made. Now, it may not take them 3 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours to design your piece, but it has taken hundreds of hours of practice to hone the skill and develop their personal style. When we pay for art, we're paying for these hours of time that your professional artists have put into practicing and honing their skills. Not to mention that most artists have taken an art course or have art degrees. You're also paying for the value of those qualifications. Why is it wrong to copy, paste, trace, or recreate art from another artist? Firstly, as stated previously, if there is an original piece of art that is incredibly popular, the original artist has spent hours of their life investing in creating this original image. As it's being recreated, as it's being copied and pasted onto new clients, as it's being slightly adapted but essentially just stolen, that artist is not being credited for the work that they've done to begin with. Lastly, sometimes that design is not for you.
Because you have everything. Everything is for you. And this one thing is for him.
Sometimes a design is custom made for a specific client, for a specific placement, for a specific purpose. Without context, especially if we're viewing images through image sharing apps such as Pinterest, where due to reposting and resharing, a lot of context and information can be lost. Without context, we have no way of knowing what the original intention for this piece was. Now, of course, there are solutions to this problem. Solution number one, you find a beautiful piece of art, you find a beautiful tattoo on Pinterest, on Google, you track down the artist, you contact them, and you request to use that art piece or request for them to design something similar. A lot of artists sell tattoo tickets for individual pieces of art, meaning that you don't own the piece of art, but you have a right to have it tattooed on yourself. Bring a piece of art that you love from a specific artist and a bunch of other reference images and ask your tattoo artist to design something that is similar. Look at the image and decide what about the image you find attractive. Is it the subjects? Is it the placement? Is it the color scheme? Ask them to use those as launching pads for your own custom design. And as an added bonus, when you post your tattoo with your artist's original design, along with tagging your artist, tag the artist whose art inspired you. As I always recommend, ask your artist to design something specifically for you. I absolutely love when a client will bring me a sketch, a drawing, a doodle, anything that's from their own mind that I can use either to create my own artwork or that I can mildly adapt to become something really beautiful that literally has their hand in the making. To close, here are a couple things to keep in mind if you are going to choose to design your own images. When you are researching reference images, when you're researching things to trace or to take reference from, make sure that all of these images are fair use and copyright free. There are certain images that you have to pay to use or to own. You cannot use these images for tracing or for recreating, as they are not free images, they are not fair use images. So you should use apps or websites like these to get free images, free stock images, free fair use images to use as reference. Always remember that any inspiration must be credited when you post your final artworks. So let's say through your research process that you keep a diary, you keep a journal, you note down the artists that inspire you, and when you create and when you release artworks, you credit the artists that have inspired you. This is not only a fabulous tool for networking, but it keeps us accountable to one another. As always, I hope this has given you guys something to think about, something to consider perhaps when getting new tattoos, and I want to acknowledge that in this conversation there is often a massive divide between artists and clients, and I hope that I have bridged a little bit of that gap for you guys just by giving you some resources to climb off of when you are encountering an artist next. As I always say, have fun, good luck, and be safe. Goodbye for now.